Hello, my friend. Welcome to my All Farmers, the channel for all American farmers. Have you ever wondered how the crisp, juicy apples you enjoy come from farm to table? Today, we're diving into the world of American apple orchards, where millions of tons of these delicious fruits are harvested and processed each year. We'll explore the intricate process, from blossom to basket, and the dedicated farmers who make it all possible. Before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to receive more fascinating videos from the world of farming on All Farmers. Who doesn't love a refreshing glass of apple juice? It's a staple in households around the world, enjoyed by kids and adults alike. Whether you have it with breakfast, as a midday refresher, or for a quick pick-me-up, apple juice holds a special place on our tables and in our hearts. But have you ever stopped to think about the journey an apple takes from the orchard to your glass? It's a fascinating process that starts in lush, green orchards, where rows upon rows of apple trees are carefully nurtured by dedicated farmers. At a seedling farm in Washington, a diligent woman is seen preparing thousands of apple tree trunks for the nursery process. These young apple trees will remain on site for approximately 2 months, receiving meticulous care and attention before being transported to permanent farms. Every year, this incubator farm becomes a bustling hub of activity, employing around 400 workers who handle various stages of apple cultivation. A significant number of these workers are immigrants from Mexico and Venezuela, contributing their expertise and labor under challenging conditions. The work is physically demanding, often taking place in hot and dusty environments, yet the workers earn an average daily wage of about $90. After the 2-month nursery period, millions of apple trees will be relocated to larger farms, where they begin their full growth cycle. On these farms, workers plant apple trees at a density of approximately 670 trees per acre, with each tree spaced 4 feet apart. Washington State boasts a vibrant apple-growing industry, home to about 1,460 apple farms. These farms typically span a minimum of 100 acres, although some larger farms exceed 5,000 acres. Washington's apple farms produce a variety of apples, most of which take 3 to 4 years to reach their first harvest. While Washington is the leading state for apple production in the U.S., other states such as New York, Michigan, and Pennsylvania also contribute significantly. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, in 2021, Washington had approximately 177,000 acres of farmland dedicated to apple cultivation. Comparatively, New York had about 53,000 acres, and Pennsylvania had around 21,000 acres. Within Washington, apples are primarily grown in regions such as Wenatchee, Lake Chelan, and the Yakima Valley. Notably, the Yakima Valley alone accounts for over 57,000 acres of apple orchards. As the trees grow, those that are over a year old require consistent care. Farmers focus on pruning the branches, controlling weeds, and ensuring proper irrigation. Each winter, thousands of workers are hired to perform pruning tasks. This critical process helps maintain the uniform shape of apple trees, ensuring that every part of the tree receives adequate sunlight during the budding season in early spring. When the first shoots emerge, farmers spray the trees with probiotics to protect the tender growth from insects and aphids. When the trees begin to flower, honeybees play a crucial role in the pollination process. To ensure successful pollination, farmers collaborate with beekeepers who supply crates of honeybees. Each crate costs between $65 and $120 on average, and an acre of apple orchard requires about 14,000 bees during the blooming season. Once pollination occurs, It takes about 145 days for the apples to mature and be ready for harvest. To safeguard the apples during storage and transportation, farmers apply a specialized probiotic spray to the trees approximately 2 weeks before harvest. This treatment helps prevent post-harvest rot and preserves the fruit's quality. As mid-August approaches, farms in Washington enter the bustling harvest season, attracting thousands of workers. Many of these workers are immigrants, predominantly from Mexico, Venezuela, and Guatemala. A significant portion of the agricultural workforce in the United States comprises undocumented immigrants who seek employment opportunities in farming. At the height of the harvest, Washington's apple farms employ over 40,000 workers who labor tirelessly to pick millions of apples. These apples are gathered into crates, with workers earning between $45 and $55 for each crate they fill. In 2023, Washington produced an astounding 7.2 billion pounds of apples. By comparison, New York harvested 1.5 billion pounds, and Pennsylvania yielded around 0.7 billion pounds. Nationwide, the USDA estimates that between 12.5 billion apples are picked annually in the United States. Globally, the U.S. is the third largest producer of apples, harvesting approximately 9.9 billion pounds each year. Leading the world in apple production is China, which produces an impressive 97 billion pounds annually, followed by the European Union with 25.7 billion pounds. Despite fierce international competition, Washington's apple farms remain a cornerstone of the U.S. apple industry. Combining the dedication of farm workers with innovative agricultural practices to produce high-quality fruit for consumers worldwide. The process of making apple juice on a large scale is a fascinating journey that begins with the harvest season, which typically starts in September, when apples reach their peak flavor. Around 90% of juice production occurs during the autumn months, primarily in October. Upon arrival, the apples are unloaded and conveyed to an inspection area. Here, a unique cleaning process begins. Streams of 90 tons of recycled water wash the apples, causing them to tumble into water channels. These channels are designed to remove leaves, twigs, and other debris. The apples travel in the opposite direction of the conveyor belt to ensure that unwanted materials adhere to it for easy removal. This initial inspection process helps to discard damaged or spoiled apples, as only fresh, high-quality apples are suitable for producing flavorful and nutritious juice. After the initial sorting, the apples undergo another phase of selection, where they are categorized by size, color, ripeness, and quality. Apples that fail to meet the required standards are diverted for alternative uses, such as composting or animal feed. Once sorted, the selected apples are subjected to an additional cleaning process to remove dirt, dust, and surface contaminants. This is achieved using advanced washing machines equipped with brushes and rollers, ensuring the fruit is thoroughly cleaned. A disinfection stage follows, eliminating any harmful microorganisms, such as bacteria or fungi, that might be present on the skin of the apples. After disinfection, the apples are rinsed once more with clean water to remove any residue from the cleaning solutions. The cleaned apples are temporarily stored in silos under carefully controlled temperature and humidity conditions. This ensures they remain fresh until they are needed for the next stage of production. During this storage period, quality checks are conducted to measure parameters such as acidity, sugar content, and other indicators of the apple's flavor and suitability for juice production. When ready for processing, the apples are transported to a peeling station. Peeling is a crucial step, as the skin contains insoluble solids that can negatively affect the juice's taste and clarity. Specially designed machines equipped with sharp blades efficiently remove the apple skin. Once peeled, the apples are shredded into small pieces using a powerful crusher. This machine is equipped with a grinding plate featuring 28 zigzag blades that rotate at 1/500 revolutions per minute, reducing the apples to a fine pulp. During this stage, a natural enzyme called pectinase is added to the pulp. This enzyme breaks down the cellular structure of the apples, making it easier to extract juice during pressing. The shredded apples are then pumped through a network of pipes into large maceration tanks, where they remain for 60 to 90 minutes. These tanks, capable of holding up to 650 tons of apple puree, prepare the fruit for the next step: pressing. The puree is transferred to a hydraulic press, which applies immense pressure to extract the juice. This press, holding up to 9 tons of puree at a time, forces the liquid through 288 filtering sleeves. These sleeves trap the skins, seeds, and stems, ensuring that only the juice passes through. The leftover solid material is not wasted. It is heated to produce methane gas, which is then converted into clean energy for various uses, such as fueling automobiles and heating water. The extracted juice, now separated from the pulp and fibers, undergoes further filtration to remove smaller particles. This results in a clearer liquid, while preserving the juice's natural flavor and nutritional qualities. Quality control is stringent at this stage, with samples taken regularly to ensure the juice meets the desired standards. Adjustments, such as balancing sugar and acid levels or adding natural preservatives, may be made to enhance flavor and extend shelf life. The juice is then pasteurized to eliminate any remaining microorganisms and ensure safety. This process involves gradually heating the juice to temperatures between 70°C and 90°C, holding it at the required temperature for a specified period, and then rapidly cooling it. Once pasteurized, the juice is stored in refrigerated tanks to maintain its freshness and prevent spoilage. After pasteurization, the juice undergoes homogenization, a process that ensures a uniform distribution of any remaining particles and ingredients. This step guarantees consistency in flavor, color, and texture. The juice is then ready for packaging. It is pumped from the refrigerated storage tanks to filling machines, which dispense precise amounts into containers or bottles. These machines work at impressive speeds, filling and sealing up to 120 bottles per minute. For smaller containers, a spray of hot glue is applied to secure straws. Finally, the packaged apple juice is labeled and prepared for distribution to stores and supermarkets. Thanks to advanced preservation methods, this juice retains its quality and flavor throughout the year, allowing consumers to enjoy its refreshing taste at any time. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel.